Okay, another day, another dollar. Bitcoin is up. Can we stay up? And I talked about on a video that I published on Tuesday that I thought we had bottomed out. So previous perfect retest of that previous all-time high. Looks good. Looks good to me. We'll see though. We will see how much momentum we can have here. So okay, let's see. Ondo and Floki on Robinhood. Huh. Okay. Let me see. Floki's up 4%. Ondo. You know, they're both up with the market today. That's I'll have to look into that. Hello, Green Vein. Good evening, Ponky from Venezuela. Wow, okay. Hello, Bull. Aerodrome. What's up with Aerodrome? How many X's can WorldCoin do? I don't really pay much attention to WorldCoin. Yeah, too many options out there. So Aerodrome looks like it's bottomed. I'll say that. Is it bullish to say 5K ETH in September? I mean, that's a new all-time high. So, you know, I think we could see ETH at 5K in September. Good afternoon, Lavi. You know, I'm going to flip my screen. I didn't think about doing that. Now I'm going to do it. For those on TikTok, you're going to watch my my computer screen here. So I'm live on YouTube, but I am just doing what's that? Okay. A members chat on YouTube. And did I say I think I said hi to Lavi. Just want to make sure I didn't miss that. Let's see. DC Arbitrum getting to 50 to 55 cents. Yeah. It's at 40 cents. It was at 50 cents like a couple weeks ago. Hello, Dave. Let's see. Good morning, me. Have you ever checked out RWA coin thinking to dip my toes into it? RWA coin. Is there an RWA coin on TradingView? I guess so. Huh. I mean, chart looks good. I don't love looking at coins like this and giving in-depth analysis given how new it is. So, good morning, Real Monkey. I mean, but yeah, it looks like what you would expect from a new cryptocurrency. Have that initial pump and then nice consolidation, and then looks like it's ready to move higher. Dave, HEEHEE, rocket. So, really interesting thing has happened with HEEHEE over the last few days here. This one wallet has bought 18 million tokens. I want to say maybe put in like $40,000 into HEEHEE. And so most of these last several green candles here is just this one guy. So I don't know what to make of that. I mean, sure, I'm happy. Thank you. If you're watching right now, thank you for buying so much HEEHEE. But like, we've been in this before, this scenario before, where it's like, I don't want to now be like, oh man, guys, HEEHEE is primed. It's going to explode, because like, what if this one person decides to sell as aggressively as they bought in, you know? I've been in situations like that before where it's like, I don't want to now pump up his bags, or like, I want to see him hold for a while. You know, if a month from now he's still holding, then fantastic. Then let's go. Now I'm going to do my normal things, you know. I'm going to always be confident in HEEHEE. So He's a past holder that realizes he made a mistake earlier. Is he? Let's see. This is the wallet here. I don't see any other interactions on the all-time chart. Hopefully. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it could be. It could be that this is somebody who's just using a new wallet. Don't jinx it, but yeah, you're solid. Thanks for keeping it real with the Hehe fam. Yeah. You know, I'm just taking this slowly. I'm not getting my hopes up too high. I'm not going to be like, guys, you know, I'm not going to create unnecessary FOMO. I'm just going to take it in stride. So is everything cooked until October besides ISO coins and Bitcoin? Ethereum center stage right now. And I would not say I would not necessarily say that I would endorse a statement like that everything's cooked until October. So I mean Ethereum is bullish by every metric. So you know, you look at ETH dominance, it put in a new high today. So Ethereum's outperforming the altcoin market cap. You look at ETH in comparison to Bitcoin, it has wicked up to a new high today. That's a very bullish looking chart. You know, I think this ETH Bitcoin chart's going to do a 618 retrace. So what is that? You know, that's ETH almost doubling from here in its Bitcoin price and its Bitcoin valuation. So I like that. That sounds good to me. You know, if Bitcoin were to remain flat, that would mean that Ethereum would still almost double from here, but Bitcoin's probably going to go a little bit higher, you know, maybe like 40% higher or something, maybe even higher than that. I don't know. But I think ETH is going to continue to outperform Bitcoin. Thank you, Jordan, for the follow. Let's see. So no, not everything's cooked until October. I don't think that's the case. I'd sell at 5K ETH. I don't think that's a bad idea, but I'd buy into other things because I think what's going to happen is we're going to rotate into some other cryptos after ETH takes center stage. So let's see. How's Solana doing from your perspective? Let me look at Solana. It's funny. I don't really pay much attention to the Solana chart because Solana is just the gas that I use to get in and out of different cryptos. But, you know, Solana, it looks like it put a much more aggressive higher low than I thought it would. But that looks just like a higher low, you know, fake out below the 200-day moving average, but then a reclaim of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were just on our way to putting in newer highs here. We'll see. Compounder AVAX, I'll go with AVAX. Pendle is doing better. Pendle's been doing pretty well this entire time. Let's look at Pendle. Green Day today. Also, same deal as Solana, just a higher low. You know? So if you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, I'm answering questions on TikTok. My personal account, Alexander Jamal Costa. My name is Alexander, like Alexander Dumas. It's spelled differently than how normal people spell it. So, yeah, Pendle looks pretty bullish. All right, what do you think of HEEHEE campaign on Fatality Hive? I'm sorry to say this, Curious Cat. I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry. Like I know I nobody told me about it. Like nobody told me that this was going to happen. And so what is it? Sounds good to me. ETH has ETFs, only crypto with utility have a purpose. Not believing alts go up with ETH anymore. You might be right, but I am of the mindset that people with ETH are going to be in enough profit that they'll rotate to other things. I aped Hehe, let's go. The whole universe that the Genius Act is creating is based on ETH. People need to understand. Thank you, AXCNV Construction, for the follow. Pundle is holding strong. Pundle had an amazing week last week when everything else was dumping. And now it's in consolidation. You know, there's going to be some profit taking. But I'm still super bullish on Pundle. Yeah, bull. Pundles is consolidating for a next leg up. Super, super bullish on Pundles still. So, is it too late for Rismus plays? Thinking to save 10K. I mean, right now I'd be a little hesitant to buy Rismus, given yesterday it exploded. Look at that Rismus chart. So look at what happens with Rismus historic, like since March, basically. Bottomed out in March. I'm super bullish on Rismus still. I think this has multiple X's in it, but it just tends to, pump and then consolidate, pump, consolidate. So I think what comes next is a consolidation. I don't think this is now going to go into price discovery or anything like that. So thank you, A-Hole Aficionado, and Carl and Rhino for the follows, and Alexander Joppa, thank you for the follow. Eagle AI, any thoughts? I'm thinking of converting it into HEEHEE. I haven't looked at Eagle AI in a while. I sold all of mine in December. I've been thinking about buying back in 14 cents. I might eventually buy back in. Thank you, Rhino. I wouldn't be surprised if this. It looks like it just filled a gap there. It had that big pump up, so filled. You can't see that on my phone, but just filled a gap, and now it looks like at a good level of support. So maybe it's time to get back in. Let's see. Opinion on Pump.Fun going to put in a big hated rally. Yep, I think so. I bought some pump yesterday. Not a lot, but look at it. It had the big pump, the initial launch and then dump after launch. It's what pretty much every meme coin does. And then found a base, and now looks like it's rallying. Or not rallying, but it's like now it can start climbing. So yeah, I put some money in on pump. I'm not in love with the coin, but I've talked about Pump.Fun makes money, guys. They make a lot of money. So thoughts on Aave, please. Who's the whale buying HEEHEE? Will, I don't know. And I shared some thoughts on that. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm not going to repeat my thoughts that I shared on that already. And you can see what I said earlier in the live stream if you get a chance. Thoughts on Aave? So Aave, a lot of cryptos look like this. I would not say that this is a downtrend. I would say this is an ABC correction. So A, B, C. And now where do we go from here? I think we're going to go higher. Rejection right at the 786. Not surprised there. Looks like found some support at the 0.5. So I like Aave. What do you think about Texit Coin? I don't know anything about Texit Coin. Live Friday with Ski. Unfortunately, no. Again, and it's my fault. My daughter has, I have to take her to volleyball practice, and then I have to stay up there because it's only 3 hours. And her school is like on bad traffic days. It's like a 45-minute drive away from my office. So I'm not going to be able to go live with Ski tomorrow. But next week, yes. And after that, let's see how you feel Solnick is looking. Solnick is perfectly fine. I don't even need to look at the chart. I have zero concerns about Solnick. One of my top 3 low market cap meme coins. Solnick's, it's a beautiful chart, honestly. Fatality Hive is a community engagement tool, and someone started a 24-hour campaign there. Okay, I'll look into that. Thanks. When altcoin season once ETH breakout ALH? I would think sometime after that. I made a video on my backup TikTok account, WWBTC5, literally talking about that exact thing. I made it this morning. Or actually, I made it earlier, but I published it this morning. So please check that out. Moki, 9.2 million. I mean, nothing to be too excited about with the chart. But, hello, DevTuber. But I wouldn't be surprised if this just made some kind of a retrace. So, yeah, I wouldn't sleep on Moki. Tezos coin, XTZ. Huh. All right, so That looks fine. Looks like it found support exactly where I would want it to find support. And that's enough of a dump from that big spike up that I'd be interested in buying some Tezos right now. I like it. I agree ETH is going to shock people and Pepe will go for the ride. Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. Where do you buy Rismus? It's a Solana meme coin. And another thing that I actually really like about Rismus is the liquidity is phenomenal. 822,000 liquidity for 5.3 million. So let's see. Andrew and who the F is that guy? Thank you for the follow. About 150 people participated by liking, retweeting on X and joining the HEHEE Telegram. Man, that must have been, I think that was while I was camping, Curious Cat. So I feel bad for not knowing about it, but like I was gone last week, all of last week. I had terrible reception, like barely. I was in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I was hoping to go to a coffee shop, and there were none. Literally, there were no coffee shops. There was the Starbucks within an hour of me. So, Suimon thoughts. I have some Suimon. Unfortunately, I bought the local top at 2.2 million, but I'm holding. I think it's going to do well. Ibiza Final Boss going crazy. I never heard of it. Farcana Improve. What's Farcana Improve? What? All right, guys, please don't spam. As of right now on TikTok, I am able to go through every comment, and I am going through every comment, but you're spamming, so you're making it more difficult. If you just give me some time, I can get to you. All right, Foregone, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your time and your time out. Can Vchain? You're asking if Vchain can get to 8 cents before September correction? No, probably not. Now, listen. Maybe blockchain backer is right. Maybe we're going to have this big explosive alt season, and it's going to be very quick, and then it's going to be over, and it'll be over by September. If that's the case, then Vchain will get above 8 cents. But otherwise, I mean, looking at this chart, there's no reason for me to think that Vchain would get to 8 cents. XRP, I don't know what to say about XRP. I mean, I'm still very bullish on it. I think it's going to $8.92. That's a 4.236 retrace in its market cap. So 25.77% correction. Every time we see a big explosive move with XRP, it has some kind of correction like this. In November, it had a 22% correction. In 2021, on its way up to $2, same deal. In 2018, on its way up to $3, a little higher than $3, same deal. Multiple corrections, more than 20%. So, do you think Chainlink will get to price discovery? I'm not super bullish on Chainlink in regards to, I don't think it's going to hit a new all-time high. I do like Chainlink and I own some, but Chainlink is just historically a slow mover. Omar, thank you for the follow, and Glitch as well. Thank you. Let's see. Farcana, don't know what that is. Is that a meme coin? Gala, again, not a huge fan of Gala. Terrible tokenomics. Very highly inflationary cryptocurrency. People mocked me in 2024 when I gave a 35-cent price prediction, and I'm convinced it's not going anywhere near 35 cents. But there's money to be made. You know, this is a nice accumulative chart. So where do we go from here? Probably beyond that 2024 peak. 8.5 cents, probably beyond that. Maybe a 236 retrace. I'd say absolute best case scenario would be 236. That's 20 cents. So buy Bonk, not Pepe. Why not both? I have both. Antonio, thanks for the follow and for the heart. Now Dynex. I haven't looked at Dynex in a while. In a really long time. That's not Dynex. Dynex is not. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm afraid. Yeah, man, I wouldn't touch this. Now, I mean, some encouraging signs on. Man, some encouraging signs recently, but man, the holders all time, they're down big time. Now, is the worst behind us? And can we, it did break through the 200-day and bounced off of it. It's just new utility. This is the issue with new utility cryptos. There's no floor. Where do you go from here? Man, is that Hehe whale buying even more now? I mean, again, thank you. Let's see. Is it him? No. Okay, it's other people. Well, awesome. That sounds great. So, yeah, Dynex might be fine now, but I mean, man, you're playing with fire with any kind of new utility. So, good morning, Grant. Do you think AVAX will be one of the large caps that goes off after ETH? Yeah, I could see AVAX. AVAX has some catching up to do, so I could see that being the case. Thought on part-time traders bearish argument. Most of you have no idea who this guy is. I follow him on X. I really like his stuff. And we are in some regards in a great deal of agreement. But my mentality, and he's kind of waffled a little bit lately, is my mentality is that we are going to have a big irrational pump and then he'll be right. But like, how right will he be? I mean, he's calling for Bitcoin to go to $4,000. That's hard for me to believe. But, if we were to have a .com like crash, then maybe. But the thing that makes me struggle with that is like, I don't think that, we may not have if we're measuring this in dollars, given how big of a bubble the US dollar is, we may not have it'll feel like a .com crash because like everything's going to go up in price big time. But like, if you're looking at the charts and we're measuring this in this big bubble asset, the dollar, then I really don't see how we would get down to that low, but it's going to hurt a lot, whatever that crash would be. But that's still some time off, in my opinion. So anyway, Rismus a good buy. Man, we're talking about Rismus now. Guys, I've been telling you about Rismus since March. It's a no-brainer. All right, so here's the deal. Right now, not so much with Rismus. Let it consolidate a little bit. But like my game plan, I have about $10,000 worth of Rismus. Okay, and I know that sounds crazy. This is a Christmas-themed meme coin. I am going to start DCAing out of Rismus at the end of October. If we see some big Christmas pump, I'm selling everything, but I'm going to DCA out at the end of October. It should be a decent amount higher than where it is right now, like multiple X's higher. And then I'll probably be entirely out by like the first week of December. And because what people are going to get trapped into is that some of these people are going to be dumb enough to actually hold it until Christmas. And you don't do that with any crypto that has an end date is it's you don't hold it until that day. It's a game of chicken. What date was that Rismus peaked in December? It peaked in November. Believe it or not, I'm pretty sure that's what it's saying here. It peaked in November. What I'm seeing. What was that? November 28th. So, you gotta dance the dance. That's why I'm starting to DCA out in October, because you don't hold this until Christmas. But some people are going to be dumb enough to hold it till Christmas, and I'll gladly dance the dance with those people. So anyway, all right. I got a request for SPX. Hello, Rob. I have some SPX 6900. I mean, listen, it looks really good. So what am I looking at here? We see I'd called for a cup and handle. Cup, handle, breakout, back test. Let's go. That's kind of my mentality right now with SPX. And, given we did have a bit of a moment of fear last week, pretty significant fear with the unemployment report and with shenanigans and stuff. So it went down, it dipped down lower than what I thought it would. But, if you look at the weekly chart, I'm sure it looks like that was just a wick. So Litecoin, new all-time high. It's possible. Yeah, I'll just say that it's possible. HEHE now 25% more. Yeah, I see that. Ripple makes power move, acquires Rail to control 10% of global stablecoin transfers. Cool. Cool, man. Let's see. XRP 305. All right. I like XRP for the long term. I'm not holding it long term. I'm not holding anything except for Bitcoin long term and some HEHE. But Cello, yikes. I mean, it's all right. It put in a higher low. It's just I would assume that this has really bad tokenomics. So I'm not in love with Cello right at this moment, but at some point I will be. And then Aptos looks terrible. Another new utility crypto with high inflation. At some point, you'll make some money off of this, but it could, cup and handle on Pengu as well. Yeah, it could do the same thing. It actually is very similar. The Pengu cup and handle is very similar to SPX. So Corium, man, I haven't looked at Corium in a while, guys. I mean, you're asking for some obscure. Oh, okay. I did not expect this. Now I don't know what to say about this. I don't know a ton about Corium fundamentally. But I expected a chart that looked more dead, and this one doesn't look that bad. Does this have anything to do with ISO? I don't remember, but if so, this is a decent looking chart, So already, and it's down 5.9% today, so decent time to buy the dip. All right. Let's see. Alvara. What is Alvara? I don't know anything about. So thoughts on the actual project? No, I don't have any. Never heard of this. You're literally, I mean, maybe the first person to ever ask me about this crypto. And I clicked on a Poloniex chart. All right. Chart. I mean, look. Hey, it's up. It's in an uptrend. That's all you could ask for. I mean, even now with Bitcoin at $116,000, some of these altcoins are still just flat or in downtrends. So hey, you know what? That's better than most are looking right now. All right, thoughts on Polygon 23. Hey, all right, so it's right at the 200-day. You got to be careful with that. Well, I don't know. I don't know if this is actually the 200-day moving average because they changed their chart. Let me see. Coinbase. No, come on, give me a chart that actually has price history from before when they changed it. This is the thing that drives me crazy about looking at the Polygon chart. Nope, never mind. So I don't know if that's legitimately the 200-day moving average. It actually might be now that I'm thinking about it, because this goes back to September of last year. So yeah, that is. So be careful. It's right at the 200-day. Yeah, he's pumping. I just hope that this is real. I mean, it's been ignited by this one whale buying a lot of HEHE. So I hope other people get in on the action, and it's not just this one person. But awesome. Let's see. Thoughts on Epic Chain. All right. Epic. $223, holding up really well. I'm actually impressed. So this might be a good one I would say hold on to it. Yeah. I was nervous. I haven't looked at Epic since before last week. I was nervous that it would have dumped, but that looks pretty good. And building nice just new range here. So yeah, Epic looks pretty good. Aptos time to buy. I did look at Corium already, right? Yeah. Sure. You want to buy Aptos? Just be patient. It'll take some time. Let's see. Should I keep DCAing in the market or load up on the side since you're anticipating a correction in September? Foregone. You once again are assuming things that I'm laying out scenarios. Am I anticipating a correction in September? I don't know. Okay, so should you keep DCAing? I mean, there's certain cryptos that maybe you shouldn't DCA into. Something like Aptos, something that's still down. ICP, you used to ask all the time about ICP. I'd say that's a good one to DCA into. 523, sure, go ahead. Knock yourself out. But then other ones like Ethereum, I'd be done DCAing into Ethereum. Should I buy more ETH at the current price? Well, there's an answer to your question. So boss, what's boss? Oh man, am I gonna please? I really don't want to look at random meme coins. What is this? Oh, Ibiza final boss. Get out of here, man. You want me to buy it? What analysis am I going to give on a chart like this? Congratulations if you got in early. This thing could keep on going higher, or this could be the peak. There's no TA that I can give on a crypto that's 3 days old. But I'm sure that you guys really want me to hype it up. Probably in your Telegram group saying, "Hey, let's raid this live stream." Thank you, Davo. You're welcome, Mick. Just mentioned HEHEE on the Crypto Lifer live. I think it resulted in some nice big buys. All right, awesome. Now I don't know who Crypto Lifer is, but thank you for doing that. Otherwise, if Bitcoin goes to 4K, I will be so rich shortly after. There's no way too many would eat that up. Yeah, man. I would. That would be terrifying. A lot of people would say that Bitcoin's dead, that crypto is dead, that the entire thing was a scam, and it would take a lot of guts to buy something like that. But I'd be buying. But I mean, the question is, when would I start buying? That's the big fear. Is would you start buying at $60,000 and then it goes to 4,000? I don't think it's going to 4,000. But that's where it gets pretty rough. Do you think the max peak to know when to sell? It can be seen others weekly period. Interesting question. Foregone, please don't spam. You are not special. All right, weekly chart on others. What are we looking at here? So, I mean, what are you thinking? Like, I think others would go beyond its 2024 peak or its 2021 peak, maybe a 1.618, 755 billion, maybe even higher than that. So I don't know. I mean, this isn't a double top or anything. I think we're going to put in a higher high on others. So, all right, Athena been doing well. Let's see, ENA. Yeah, oh, well, I mean, last couple of days, yeah. Oh, well, shoot, this is a weekly chart. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's actually, yeah. I'm with you on that, DevTuber. It's another one of those, it's a newer utility crypto, so I'm always hesitant about those. But that looks, yikes, what did I do? Oh, 30-minute, yike, okay. That looks pretty good. Momo. Haven't looked at Momo in a while. Oh, wait, no, this is a different one. I have no idea what this is. Hey, congrats. Oh, wait, that's 15-minute chart. I have nothing. I can't really give any thoughts on this. Thoughts on ICP after Caffeine AI? Wait, so yeah, I don't know anything about Caffeine AI. I know people have been asking me to look into that, but I don't know anything about it. So, but I have no problem buying ICP right now. XYO or LCX? I'd go with XYO. XYO thoughts. I mean, it'll move with the ISOs. That's why I have a lot more confidence in it. Let's look at Cetus. I would have expected more from this. I mean, they got hacked. That was rough. But they're not keeping up with Sui. That's a little bit of a concern for me. So I would pass on Cetus. But I do have some Deep Book, and I have a big bag of Sui. So thank you, Rude Boy, for the follow. What's good? Hello, Sawa. Oh, Zebek. Shoot, somebody asked me about that later. I like Zebek right now. I really like it. And I'm just talking about the chart. Fundamentally, I've heard good things, well, I shouldn't say I've heard. I know a little bit about it fundamentally, but I don't care. I don't care about fundamentals for most cryptos. The chart looks good. That just looks, I mean, especially after that big pump, I was like, where are we going with Zebek? How low is it going to go? No surprise with that dip. And who knows? I mean, maybe we're putting in another cup and handle here. I'd be taking some off the table at an all-time high if it revisits that all-time high. Tron's in its own world, man. Tron's a beast. I used to hate on Tron so much, Justin Sun, but Tron had the best bear market out of any crypto, better than Bitcoin. They make money. They burn their supply. They have the best tokenomics, maybe the best tokenomics in all of crypto. So there you go. Took some profits on ETH today. That's the name of the game. Take profits. XRP, already talked about XRP. $8.92 is around where I think it's going to go. Hex is running to the moon. Really, Hex? Really? Listen, I bought $500 worth of Hex and staked it. Unfortunately, I bought it in 2020. $500. My $500 is worth like $150 right now. So, Hex, man, look at that. Look at that. To the moon. I mean, all right. You know, am I encouraged a little bit over the last... oh, wait a second. This chart stopped. Never mind. I mean, that stopped in December 2024. I've never seen that before. Or I have seen it, but... Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, let's run Hex to the moon. API 3. API 3. Do I have that chart here? Yeah, there it is. You know, eventually, give it some time. I don't love below the 2024 bottom, or that's the 2023 bottom. But yeah, even below its 2023 bottom, don't expect new all-time highs with this. I'd be ecstatic with a 236 from the 2023 bottom. So that's $2.94. Hello, Bush. H bar. I hold some H bar right now. Yeah, it looks good. Another ISO coin. I mean, if XRP is going to go to $8, then HBAR is going to do very well. So the Pulse network is taking off. All right, Bluto. I'm not going to. I mean, congrats CTO on Blue Pepe. Nah, but I hope it goes well for you. Whiff looks fine. I mean. You know, it's within a range right now. You can see the bottom of the range, top of the range, but it's on the right side of the 200-day moving average, which is always a big deal for me. So it might be right now at a really good level to enter. So, oh yeah, XYO. Gonna DCA into HEHE and then sell everything in December. Cool. All right. Man. It's just, man, these movements on XYO are really, they're wild. I mean, I have XYO. I like it. I just don't know. It's so hard to analyze because you never know. I mean, one day it could just explode like it did earlier this year and in December. Fetch. All right, Fetch, IOTA, and Mudang. Man, IOTA, I don't get asked about that all that much. Man, I'm telling you guys, for the most part, a lot of these AI cryptos that existed last cycle, I'm just not in love with them. They're already up. They're still up big time from their bear market bottoms. They had their bull run already. And you look at a chart like this, it's like, man, I mean, sure, can it do something? I'm just not, I wouldn't even expect a new all-time high with Fetch. Honestly. What did I do? Oh, I'm on GMX. So, all right, IOTA. Dinosaur, man. I mean, yeah, you know, I bet if you asked Ski about this, he'd be like, I love this chart. You know, perfect distributive chart, or a cumulative chart, excuse me. I'm just like, you know, I'll believe it when I see it. So, all right, Mudang. Is this trading view? Yes, it is. Mudang. I mean, I said that I liked Mudang in my calls channel, and I still like it. You know, it went a little bit lower than where I thought it would, but I think it's formed a bottom here. So, thank you, John Jacob Jingleheimer-Schmidt, for the follow. All right. Back in the day when we believed Sui was going somewhere, I believe Sui's one of your better bets. I don't know what your Sui's chart looks a lot better than a lot of other altcoins. HBAR, already looked at it. CRV. I desperately need some advice, Alex, please. Middle Eastern name, I'm guessing. I don't know. Listen, if you are desperate right now, you are too exposed. You're overexposed. So my advice to you, without even knowing what your position is, sell half your bag. That's my advice to you. Curve looks good. You know, it looks like, I mean, even, yeah, perfect back test there of that previous top right there. That's the floor. So 85 cents if you got in, congratulations. Looks like it's at a good level right now. Yeah, XRP and HBAR, already looked at both of those. I'm bullish on XRP, so I'm bullish on HBAR. All right, Pendle. Yeah, I did already look at Pendle. Pendle's one of the stronger charts. Man, guys, don't spam. Please don't spam. I'm trying to get through every comment here. All right, Crow. What's up with Crow? Oh, nice. That looks really good. I mean, guys, remember, when Crypto.com, when things get hot, Crypto.com does very well. And if things get really hot, then Crypto.com is going over $1. So, all right. Bonk. I have some Bonk. I think it's just, you know, kind of in a cool off period. Oh, yeah, Bonk's going to do well. High or low, again, another one that, you know, back tested previous high. I think this is a good level to get in on Bonk. So, all right. I invested 500 pounds, then paid 750 pounds in Signal. Now when I need to make a withdrawal, they want 4,600 pounds. You invested, what did you invest in? What in the world are you talking about? That sounds like a scam. It sounds like you got scammed. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Let's see what you buying now. I mean, a lot of cryptos look good. I mean, looking at Curve, looking at Bonk, Whiff. A lot of them still look good right now, even though we have a green day today. ASM, please. Floki and Ondo on Robinhood. Yeah, somebody else said that. I'll look into that later. I'm surprised they didn't pump as much. Ugh. All right. I mean, oh my goodness. I don't know what to say about this. What is that? Look at that. Look at that, man. I mean, what in the world? What do you make of that? I mean, sure, you want to buy it now. Maybe wait for another one of those manipulative pumps. So, virtual, same thing. No, AI agents are in a different category than regular AI. I could see this doing well. I'm not in love with this chart. That looks like a round of distribution. We'll see where we go. Maybe it'll go down to 81 cents. I'd be much more interested at 81 cents. So how about AOs? Same deal that I would say with Fetch. I'm not in love with AOs right now. Let's see, 33.46. Yeah, eventually. I mean, you'll make money, you buy AOs, sure. But like, man, a lot of these older AI cryptos, they've had their time. When you're doing another stream with Ski, unfortunately, around not to tomorrow. I have something tomorrow, so next week. Are you still going to buy throughout the rest of the year until the end of the run? No, I'm pretty much in right now. Rismus going to be a little tricky. Yeah, I'm here for it though. All right, what is Muse? I looked at ASM. What's Muse? Whenever I flip my screen and show the computer, I get requests to look at these random cryptos, and I'm like, man, I don't know what is this? You know, that chart looks super manipulated. Like it looks like somebody is being very greedy for exit liquidity, and every pump, some whale is dumping their bags. I can't recommend this. Have you looked at Chainlink? And again, request. I mean, girls rule. I'm seeing you've posted multiple times. I'm trying to go through every comment, and I'm able to right now. But when you spam, you make it a lot more difficult for me. Link looks good. You know, I mean, there may be some resistance at this moment, but I like Link. I like Link to make money. I'm not in Link to 10x. Absolutely not. But if we're talking about percentages, maybe Link would double, maybe even triple from here. If alts outperform, what is your thought process for buying more dividend yielding stocks? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. DCAing or looking for a specific opportunity. DCAing. Yeah, I've been DCAing. I've just DCA'd nonstop with these dividends. I'm buying my income. Every time I buy a share of QQQI, I'm essentially buying 50 cents a month of income. I'll take it. Graph AI. Low cap real tech. Yay. All right, it's not on TradingView. I can't look at it. Better Neat, thank you for the follow. HBAR, Ondo, Polygon, already looked at those. Bonk, look at those. Fat Cat still going, yes. Brand, thank you for the follow. Pendle, already looked at it. Sorry, I'm just trying to get caught up, and people keep spamming, so don't be mad at me, be mad at them. What the F is up with Phantom/Sonic? Let's see. All right, I'm seeing, I think, two different Sonics. Looks like a lot of other altcoin charts, honestly. I don't know what to say. I think this is the right Sonic. Looks like everything else. Near Pro on your thoughts. What? I don't know what that is. Let's do 20K likes. Thank you, Bush. Yeah, let's do 20K. Toncoin. Finally. All right, so Toncoin was a huge winner in 2021 or 2024, but then you see this big rounded top, this distribution, and it just took a lot of time for that to play itself out. Now, we're in a period of accumulation, and maybe we're close to breaking out of that. This is much more interesting to me now. I haven't paid attention to the ton in a while. So let's see, total altcoin chart. Looks good to me. That looks really good. That looks better than I thought it would. Higher low, looks good. Jasmy. Polygon, again, I already looked at that. That's at the 200-day moving average. Be careful. Jasmy, that looks like a solid base for another leg higher. So Jasmy looks good. I'd have no problem buying Jasmy right now. Pengu, cup and handle, already talked about that. So I really am bullish on Pengu. I'm very bullish on Pengu. My number one Robinhood meme coin. Turbo looks good. That looks good. Nice back test of the 200-day. People get really hyped up about Turbo. I could see it hitting a new all-time high. So is TARS AI random? What do you mean? Now, I haven't looked at TARS AI in a couple weeks here. Let me look at it. Kind of weird here, but at some point I'm going to be buying back into TARS. So seems like a team of whales partnered with an influencer pumping small market cap Coinbase coins. There we go. Yeah. Not surprised. Thank you, Dustin. All right, STX and then Rio. Last I checked STX, it didn't look very good. Yeah, I'd still say it's just eventually it'll. I just, we could see Ethereum get to a new all-time high and STX still range here. That's my concern with stacks. Eventually, but not yet. Rio, that's Realio. Is that Realio? All right, that's Rio. I mean, same deal. So much hype with this. At least this one's older. But there was so much hype with this in 2024. And look, I mean, it had its big bull run already. Peaked in March of 2024. So where do we go from here? Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if this was like from here it was a retrace. Not a new all-time high. So, get up to 618, $1.98. There's a nice 6x. Yeah, thoughts on USDT dominance? Looks like it's plummeting. Let's see, USDT dominance. I mean, we've been lower, but I would say that it looks like it, from here, next leg down, seems like it. We'll see. Let's see. Jam speaks highly of you. You, Skeens, Jam, Crypto Profit. Only crypto influencers that I trust at the moment. Thanks, Squalls. I have a lot of respect for Jam as well. So, all right, XDC. Another ISO. XDC actually looks better than a lot of the other ISOs. So that looks good. Just same deal, consolidation. Probably going to rip when XRP rips. So ICP prediction, how about $20? All right, render. Another one that just, it's the same deal. Render, Fetch AI, AOs, they all don't look good. And the big thing that I keep saying is they had their bull run already. They don't have to, these don't have to hit new all-time highs. It's the same thing like in 2021, a lot of these cryptos ripped really hard in like February and March of 2021, and everyone was expecting for them to hit new all-time highs. Like Vchain peaked in March of 2021. And then in November, everyone was expecting Vchain to go to $1. It didn't even get back to its March peak. So this is kind of my mindset with things like Render. I could see Render not hitting a new all-time high, whereas other ones I could see hitting new all-time highs. So do blue chips look like we're making a lower high like Link, AVAX, and Near? I'll look at Link. I would not say a low. You mean a higher low? Because I would say higher low, not a lower high. Huge difference. So, Link looks like it formed a higher low. I'll look at Near as well. Near looks like it formed a higher low, not a lower high. So, anyway. You're welcome, Nora. Bera, what's Bera? Vchain, Coinbase. Yikes. No, thank you. New utility. No, thank you. Got listed on Coinbase. Nice liquidity extracting event. R2, thanks for the follow. S&P 500 is down today after a green start. Interesting. Okay. There's nothing in the, S&P 500 chart that would be a cause of alarm for me. Maybe there's some resistance here. You can see, this trend line from way back. We got up to it after that big dump, hit a new all-time high, got up to it, and now it's resistance, but I think we're going to break through that. Thoughts on Doge? I have a decent bag of Doge. Let me see where Doge is. So same deal. Doge hit a higher low. A lower high. No, higher low. Yikes. So now, now it looks like it's ready to climb back up to me. I haven't sold a dime of my Doge for a while now. I bought in at 16 cents. It's at 21 cents. So, all right, QTUM. My strategy is to DCA into Vchain until 0.1 and let it ride to 0.18. Do you think that's smart? No. Oh, come on, QTUM. I would not. My problem with that strategy is Vchain's like that. You're going to not touch Vchain. You're going to keep on buying Vchain and not take any profits until it 4x's from where it is right now. That's not smart. That's a 2021 move. We're in 2025. And then you're going to let it ride to 18 and then you're going to sell? That sounds like a foregone move. QTUM, hey, putting in higher lows, or my goodness, now you whoever asked me the wrong question about lower highs and higher lows. Higher lows. Maybe something like that. We got that going for us. So, Pengu, cup and handle. Do you think Vchain can do some X's from here? I think it could. Cody. Haven't looked at Cody in a long time. He's the mascot man. I don't like this. I mean, sure, you know what? Could it do something? It's crypto. But if this was a stock, I would not buy this. I mean, that's the case with most cryptos. So maybe I shouldn't be too hard on Cody. But what you going to do? Dot. It looks a lot like Cody. But I have a little bit more confidence in Dot, even though I'm not in love with it. Just because it's one of the largest market cap cryptos. So, hey, high or low, yay. That's all we got today, you know, with a lot of these cryptos. So, Prince AB, thank you for the follow. You have a modest price prediction on HEHE low end. How about that, like October 2024 peak, $10 million market cap? I think it's going to go well beyond that, but you want a modest one? How about that? Feels like most charts are trending together. Yep, that's pretty much how it works. Rose. Oh, God, I'm so tired of these charts, man. This is what, I mean, maybe I should just turn the camera and have it face me. I'm just so tired of looking at these charts and it being the same thing over and over again. Like, what do you want me to say about Rose? It's the same thing that I would say about any other crypto. Like, I get happy. Like 90% of cryptos look like this. And I get happy when I see a crypto that doesn't. And I just, you know, at some point, I just have no interest in cryptos that look like this. But that's me. I'm more of a trader. I have more of a trader's mindset. It's just like it's the same thing over and over and over again with these cryptos that just, if it wasn't for some hope, this little bit of hope that we're going to have an alt season, I wouldn't even entertain the thought of buying into something like this. Price prediction on XDC, I don't have one. Theta, how's Total 2 looking? I already looked at it. It looks really good. Huh. Did I just click on Rose? No, that's Theta. All right, well, there's my thought. High or low? That's the best we can say. So, SXT. LCX, I'm not going to look at LCX. The same thing that I say about LCX. It's the same thing. It'll bore you to death, and then it will look good. So, it'll pump out of nowhere. Space and time. Very new on Coinbase. Nice bottoming structure here. Sure. You know, you want to buy it, go ahead, knock yourself out. What are you buying? Seam of Soba? You mean Seam or Soba? I'm not interested in either of those. I mean, the thing with Crypto Bastard, I have no hate towards Crypto Bastard. It's just like, man, he's made, how many meme coins is he going to make? You know, and Soba's dead. I mean, he straight up said it's dead. Cup and handle Pengu. I already, how can you tell the difference? You can't. You have to guess. You're not guess, but you have to think. Look at Pundle Candle. All right, so I guess if I zoom in, yeah, 15 minutes. Okay, that's a nice candle. All right, let's go. Sorry, I'm all right, Illuvium. Oh, Illuvium's trash, man. Illuvium, it's a play to earn game. I don't even, so congrats, it pumped. I wouldn't touch this. I might actually look to short this. I could see the rest of the market pumping super hard. and then Illuvium going down at least to the 200-day moving average. I am probably going to short this after the live stream. I caught Doge at a penny. Cool. I bought Doge 2 weeks after it launched. Thank you, Rhino. It was fractions of a penny. And then this was 2013, so it got hacked. The exchange that it was on got hacked. Or the wallet. It was a wallet that I transferred it to. It got hacked. So this backdoor exchange. But then I bought Doge at 0.3 of a cent in 2020. So I don't mean to be like, well, you bought it at a penny. I bought it at such and such price. But like, yeah, I bought in at 16 cents because I sold at the peak in 2021. Mosaids, thank you for the follow. What is called that? I don't know. Neo. And if you bought Doge at a penny and you're still holding it, that's not a flex. You should have sold and then bought back in. Neo looks like everything else, except the thing that I would say I like about Neo is that it is an older cryptocurrency with good tokenomics. So, but you got to be careful with Neo. There's some whales. So I'm pretty sure it's Neo that I'm talking about here. That I'm talking about the right one. So Neo put in a lower high in 2021, and this retrace here, it's like, so there's the whales hold like 60% of Neo's bag, and they used Neo to get up. It's perfect 702 retrace, and then they dumped on everybody. And so I think they're going to do the same thing this time around, which let me delete that. But maybe, and probably not actually, now that I'm looking at this. Yeah, that would be very much ideal. That would be a dream come true, and now I'm looking at it. But like Neo, if it got up to a 702 retrace from its 2021 peak, would be $101. That's almost a 20x. So I don't think that's going to happen. But if it does, that's as high as it's going. It's not going a penny higher. But anyway. So then what do you recommend I do, bro? Trade on the way up? I say you take profits. You know, you want to just buy Vchain. If you see it getting above like 4 cents, stop buying it and then just take profits. Tap it up. Thank you, Gus. Dot starting to look like a line instead of a dot. Ha ha ha. That's great. Crow's been creeping up and flying under the radar. Easily hits $1. I could see that. Don't be suspicious. Yep. Alt season happening. Watch my most recent video on my backup account, yo. WWBTC5. Look at metal, XPR, or loan chart. I already looked at XPR. What's metal? Drunk robots. What in the world? I'm guessing this isn't what you were talking about. Because this does not make me smile. This makes me cry for the losers, for the suckers who got in on this, whatever this is. But yeah, that's probably not what you're talking about. Don't buy Algorand, excellent for the wind. I think they're both going to do well. I like Crypto Bastard, but bro rugged Soba on his community. I don't think he did. I think he got tired of the whales. Because I've heard people complain about the whales, the Soba whales. They were very aggressive. Alex, I am on YouTube, but it's only members chatting. Astrobits. So if you are watching this on YouTube, I am on TikTok. My personal account, Alexander Jamal Costa. I already looked at XTZ, but that was a while ago. I don't remember what I said about it. So, I mean, it did have that big explosive move and then came right down to the 200-day. That's what I remember about it. So even now, I wouldn't be surprised if like now is a good entry for XTZ. All right, Pinlink. I'm curious to see what's up with Pinlink. 200-day, careful. You know, I mean, Pinlink went crazy at the end of 2024. I sold all of it. And I bought back in at one point, but then I just got bored with it and I sold. So now, I mean, I'd be much more interested on the other side of the 200-day. All right, I have like 5 more minutes to go. I got to have lunch. Harmony 1. Okay. Come on, give me an older chart. This is a dinosaur. That looks terrible. I mean, sure, you want to call it accumulation. One day that'll do fine. Where do you say topping out at? I don't know. Beyond its 2024 peak is possible, but say is a highly inflationary cryptocurrency, but it has performed a lot better than a lot of other altcoins. So could it get? Yeah, sure. You know, you won't get above $1.15, maybe even a 1.618 at $1.78. That would be my best case. Staking my USDC on maple syrup. I have some syrup. I'm down on it. If it's the same one, hopefully we're good to go now. That's not right chart. Yeah, I figured it wasn't. Yeah, I looked at XPR. I don't have any price targets on it. NPCs, man. What's up with NPCs? I haven't seen that in a long time. Whoa. Somebody just bought $6,500 worth of Pundle. Yikes. It can't be. I might actually, I don't think they're done. I highly doubt it. So maybe this is an opportunity. $3.1 million. This might be an opportunity. You got to be patient with it, you know. I mean, meme coins, it's not meme coin season yet. There's always going to be new ones that just kind of do some stuff. Yeah, they're pretty active on X. I'd say they're very active. I might buy some of this and just be patient. You know, you're definitely going to have to be, very patient with NPCs. Because like volume's pretty low. The chart looks terrible. But I wouldn't be surprised if this did some kind of a retrace. Do you agree with Ski on his outlook for the market for August and September? I don't entirely know what his outlook is. Can you please check Floki? Floki apparently listed on Robinhood today. So what's up with Floki? I mean, that's a good looking chart. I like it. You know, this is one that I rode. I had a long on it. I made some money on it. And now I like Floki. I think it's, you know, over the next few weeks here, could get up to 0.00017. And then after that, I mean, I don't think that would be it for Floki. But that looks good. Oh, Tau. I didn't look at Tau. High or low, same deal. Better looking chart than a lot of other altcoins. Tau has potential. Could go to a couple thousand even. What do you think about macro millions? I have no idea what macro millions is. $1.8 million market cap. Ugh. Nah, that thing has. I mean, maybe there's still some hope for it, but yikes. No, thank you. Prop base. Is this it? I got nothing, man. 3.3K buy volume. No thanks. Did you look at one? I did, and yo, you're kind of annoying me. What's your backup account? WWBTC5. Yeah, Floki and Ondo listed on Robinhood. He says others will have a 3 to 4x in August with a correction in September. Okay. Hey, sounds good to me. I don't know. When do you think the market will pump? Pudgy Penguin video game release that comes out on 27th day of. That sounds like a sell the event kind of thing. If and this is going to be the last question I respond to on TikTok here. If Pudgy Penguins pumps into that day, I'd be very hesitant about holding on to my bag. Maybe I'll sell and buy back in at some point. So, all right, I'm going to be done. Thank you all. Have a good one. Thank you on YouTube. See you around.